Welcome back to the video blog. Daniel Mezei is my name. Your PMD, Producer of Marketing and Distribution. That's what it stands for. PMDforHire.com. Welcome to my party, and thanks again for joining me in my backyard. So there's a really interesting opportunity of late for PMDs to get out there and really educate the independent film community and the music communities as well about DIY, do-it-yourself distribution techniques and various other self-distribution techniques. I find one of the real value adds for good PMDs these days is going into various film schools and teaching a unit on self-distribution techniques or on case studies, things that worked for PMDs, going through the motions, the kind of stuff that other filmmakers get together for, although the main focus and main thrust isn't necessarily on PMDing. I wonder to myself whether there's a kind of a difference in how PMDing is approached in the various different countries in which independent filmmakers find themselves. For example, being here in Canada, is there a different approach in Canada to how PMDing is conducted vis-a-vis the United States? For instance, people in Canada are more apt to attend live events. They're a little bit more community-centric. Maybe they're a community non-centric. Maybe they don't like to get together in large crowds. Maybe they have agoraphobia. I don't know. I'm just basically laying it out there and saying this is the kind of stuff that can be found out with a full-court blitz on the education program, the education circuit. John Reese and Sherry Candler go around the United States and in Canada too, and they give various seminars, usually lasting 2 days, on various production and marketing and distribution techniques. They get a really good turnout, they get a really good following, yet there remain a ton of different schools where filmmaking techniques are being taught, and PMDing and self-distribution and marketing strategy isn't one of the things on the curriculum. I see some schools have very innovative programs. Some of them have full-on film business units that teach, moreover, the rudiments of how, let's say, legal issues affect the entertainment business, and they get into a little bit of distribution. But there's still a huge dearth of education in this area, and that's one of the things that PMD should really be thinking about, less so on trying to cobble together as many clients as possible. That's one of the things that I'm noticing as I get out there in the space every day, and when I talk to people, the initials PMD, Producer of Marketing and Distribution, they're still not very well known, they're not very widespread, and this is where really we can step into the breach and make a difference. So, if you need some people to come over to your particular institution or school, like to speak to your groups, definitely get in touch with one of the people at PMD for Hire or the people at Think Outside the Box Office, and they'll be able to help you out and get the idea better diffused throughout your independent film or music community. So that's the lesson for today. Education, education, education. Read, read, read. If you would like to have your mug displayed on this show, you can send me a message at filmcourage.com, and they'll be able to get in touch with me on how to get a mug with your film, get the leaves off, displayed right here front and center for an audience. Thanks again for watching. Catch you again tomorrow. It is getting colder and colder and colder here in Toronto, or as the locals like to say, Toronto, and maybe soon you'll be able to see steam vapors wafting around my head. Wishing you the very best of things.